Yeah, Wes, North Little Rock and Little Rock Parkview, the Metro teams going across the river and playing each other for the first time since 2017, and this time with different circumstances, because the Charging Wildcats, they're usually contenders in Class 7A, but this year they're off to a bumpy start at 0-2 overall. In Parkview, they're 1-1 on the year, but thought of as frontrunners in Class 5A. So only one of these teams would hit conference play with a win. Storylines are abound for these teams' final non-conference matchup. Patriots head coach Brad Bolding is back at his old stomping grounds, coaching against his former team. On the other sideline, 6'7" Razorbacks commit senior Quincy Rhodes leads the Charging Wildcats edge rush. Wrapping his future Hogs on his towel, Rhodes and the North Little Rock defense dominates early on, but Parkview gets clicking late in the first. On a 3rd and 18, Eric McGee lets it go right before he's popped, and Hunter Austin has it to pick up the first down. On the end around, here goes Montario Elston. The receiver picks up some blocks and rumbles his way in. Parkview draws first blood. They're up 7-0 after one quarter. Meanwhile, North Little Rock's offense can't get going, but here's a momentum shift. Parkview completes the pass, but Andrew Williams strips it loose. It's a catch, fumble, and recovery by NLR. And that's just the spark the Charging Wildcats needed. Later in the second, Larry Wilborn breaks it to the boundary and breaks tackles. Defenders converging, but he splits them. North Little Rock's on the board and knots it up at 7. They get the ball back and keep it going. Malachi Gober on the move and lets it rip. It's Wilborn again, this time with the snag, and he's not going down easy. Chopping the feet is taking 2 Patriots, now 3, and a 4th, finally to take him down. And deja vu, Charging Wildcats go with a jet sweep of their own. Corey Henderson with one man to beat, and he puts him on skates. North Little Rock rattles off a pair of scores to claim the lead, up 13-7 right before halftime. But hold up, there's still 38 seconds left in the quarter, and Parkview's taking advantage. Elston is wide open for the catch and run. Now at midfield, McGee launches, and Willie Eccles makes up for that fumble early in the quarter. And here's the final play of the half. Time expires. McGee gets out of trouble, avoiding pressure, and he flings it. He's got a man! Let's go is right. Montario Elston's second score on the night is right at the buzzer, tying up Parkview and North Little Rock at 13. Going into halftime. And that final touchdown of the half would prove to be crucial because North Little Rock and Parkview would go into overtime tied at 20. Now, neither of these teams would be able to convert in that first overtime, so it went to double overtime when Parkview scored first, then North Little Rock answered, but the Charging Wildcats went for 2 and made it. So North Little Rock beats Parkview 28-27, so North Little Rock starts the year 1-2 going into conference play. Parkview 1-2 as well.
Football in North Little Rock Parkview, and North Little Rock went to overtime. Nick Walters is there. Let's check in at Charging Wildcat Stadium. Nick, get us up to date.
What's going on, Wes? It's Nick Walters. I am behind the camera right now, but we got a crazy finish. So Parkview and North Little Rock went into overtime tied at 20. In the first overtime, Parkview fumbled and North Little Rock had a field goal block. So it went into double overtime. Parkview scored a touchdown in double overtime, and as did North Little Rock. They are going for 2 for the win. North Little Rock hands off, and that should do it. North Little Rock is in. They stormed the field, and they have knocked off Parkview 28-27. The crowd goes crazy as we have a double overtime thriller finish here in North Little Rock as the Metro teams go at it, and North Little Rock comes out on top. Again, 28-27 in double overtime. Charging Wildcats start off the year 1-2. Meanwhile, Parkview falls to 1-2 going into conference play.